Hey everybody, welcome to part one in a series of probably two videos that I'm going to make about my showcase concert at PASIC 2015, which is just exactly 1 week from today, will be my concert actually, so we're less than a week until the convention starts, which is a little scary to me. But I couldn't be more thrilled and honored and humbled to go and play for you guys at the convention. And if you've read my article in PAS, you know that I'm interested in connecting to the audience, and that doesn't just mean during the concert, it means leading up to the concert. So hopefully you read that article. I also put that article on medium.com. You can find it there if you search for my name. Anyway, it talks a lot about sort of what I'm trying to accomplish with the concert, which really is a lot. And you know, probably not everyone's going to get all of those connections, but hopefully they can if they see this video and check out part two where I talk about the instrument and some of the new sticks I'm using to communicate some of these ideas to you. So from concert goer to artist, just the idea of connecting more before and during the concert, maybe offering a little bit of a different concert going experience also to the concert goer is really what we're trying to get to here. So without making this video too long, what I'm interested in primarily is sort of tearing down genre barriers between styles of music. You know, we've done such a good job doing that, right? Back in the days of record stores, you would go to this section and to this section and that section, and everything was segregated. And even within the percussion field, right, we've got, you know, the transcription world, and we've got the sort of minimalist world, and we've got the traditional early percussion ensemble world, and there's not a lot of artists that like to sort of delve in a little bit of everything, and I think I've kind of been one of those guys that have done that, and it's certainly something we're going to try to do in this concert. So it doesn't mean, really I guess what I'm trying to say here is that I believe anyway that great music can exist in all of those genres, and there's certainly, you know, maybe that's not completely true, but if you look, I think you can find some great music in all those things, and regardless of whether it's atonal or tonal or old or new, you know, it can have a lot to say, all right? And so that's one of the foundational elements of this concert. So on this concert is a piece called Dreamscapes by Patrick Long, which was written in 2001 for Andy Harnsberger, that I found a few years ago, and it just sort of piqued my interest, and it's sort of been just urging me to learn it and learn it and learn it, and I did, and I just love it. So that's, I guess, a kind of an American style piece, right, of the last, I don't know, 15, 20 years. And then I'm going to play some Bach, the fifth cello suite, 1720-ish, so obviously a long time ago. And then a piece written in 1988 by Maki Ishii called Concertante, which maybe not a lot of people know. If you're a marimba player or a serious marimba player, you're probably aware of it. And to my knowledge, it's never been played at a PASIC. So anyway, how could those three pieces be more different, right? I mean, but that's the idea. And I'm exploring ways through the program also to not necessarily break in between each of those, because I think they all have something, as different as they all have something similar to say. And so I'm seeking ways in which they might enhance each other or work together, or at least have a way of, as different as they are, contributing to a whole thing, the whole concert, all right? Rather than just getting up playing one, breaking, getting another, and breaking. There's nothing wrong with that model, of course, but lately I've just been very interested in that idea of how can we design a whole program, very much like a composer might design a whole piece. So breaking down barriers of genre, and what does that have to say, and something, you know, the Ishii is a really great example. I really hope you guys can hear this piece. It just blows my mind at how amazing it is. Written in the 80s, right? This was probably one of the very first pieces that included notes for a 5-octave marimba. And of course, this is a Keiko Abe commission. There's a couple really good recordings out there. Keiko Abe recorded it. There's also another recording on Spotify that I recommend that's also very good. But it's typical Japanese marimba, right? It's all over the place. It's down here, it's up there, it's super loud, it's super soft. And it's definitely atonal, okay? It's not going to be a tonal piece of music, but it's a great example of how something that has all those things can yet at the same time be as emotionally and visceral as a Wagner opera or a Mahler symphony. I mean, it's just so incredibly emotional. So that's what we're trying to get to with that. And I'm just interested in this idea that that tonality doesn't have to, you know, run whether something can be emotional or expressive. And then in the Bach, of course, we've got a very dark C minor cello suite that was written around 1720. We don't really know for sure, but it's very dark and somber, something and melancholy, really. But it's an incredible piece of music. And then the Patrick Long piece, which is really descriptive, very programmatic. It's called Dreamscapes. Is also very sort of just tons of opportunity from the performer to say a lot. Okay, so all these pieces have just that immense opportunity to really say something special. And I think in each way, somehow they contribute to each other as a whole. So I'm trying to go through this for you guys so quickly, but I hope that gives you a little bit of taste of what you're going to expect here. Joining me on the Ishi is line upon line percussion. Those guys are amazing, and I think there's lots to see. There's 6 percussion on that piece plus solo marimba, so there's lots to see and hear on that as well. So that's it. That's a little bit about the program. I hope you found it helpful. I hope to visit with you guys during the convention. Please come up and say hi and check out the instrument when you're there. Check out the mallets that I'm gonna. Check out video 2 if you're interested in more about the mallets I'm going to be using. Really, I'm just thrilled to be able to do this, and I'm super excited. And I have 1 more week to go, so I'm going to go practice some more since I'm in this beautiful space. Thank you guys so much for checking this out, and I hope to see you there.